something.
Yeah, he's a little loud. How do I turn him down?
Real Monarchs SLC.
Okay, that's better. But then I turn down too.
Yeah, it also turns yourself down.
Oh, that's not.
It's just changing your.
Hello, 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 hello. There we go. I guess that'll do.
The Blues welcome in Real Salt Lake before the season started, but now it's the USL affiliate's turn. Real Monarchs SLC, who come into Orange County to try to steal 3 points from the Blues. Justin Mass is here with Brad Paul here at Anteater Stadium, where the Blues haven't been here in a while. 3 weeks since their last home game, 3 games on the road, 2 results against 2 very good teams. What did you see from them, from the Blues, to get those results?
Well, it was a very tough stretch of the schedule to play 3 weeks on the road consecutively and to come out with 2 ties in those last 2 games. Also, they had brand new additions come in and contribute right away, so you know the team is communicating well, wanting to get into that 6th and final playoff spot at the moment, but still a whole month of the season left to go, and the Blues have a lot of work that can still be done.
Those ties came against 2 playoff teams, OKC Energy and LA Galaxy 2, so very good results on the road. Now let's turn our attention to the away squad, Real Monarchs, who came off a very good win in their last game at Rio Tinto, the 3-1 result against the Austin Aztecs. Now they come on the road. They're a very young team. What do they need to do to get a result here on the road?
Well, they want to keep it rolling, and to get a result here tonight, they have to put high pressure on the OC Blues. They have to try to win that ball in the OC Blues third. Don't let the OC Blues get into their side of the field, because if they could get that pressure up, they could possibly counterattack, and that's going to be their goal here tonight, is to counterattack those OC Blues.
Now that brings us to our players to watch for today's matchup, and let's start off for the away team. Real Monarchs, who is it that's going to be a player to watch?
Rohofer. He has got all the goals for, well, not all the goals, but most of the goals for Real Monarchs. So if the OC Blues can put Brenton Griffiths on him, know where he is at all times, be on set pieces, marking him up, he should not be able to break down this OC Blues defense. So just know where Rohofer is. He's a very great player, leads the team with 6 goals for the Real Monarchs. You stop him, you pretty much thwart their whole offensive attack.
Now for the home team, the OC Blues. You talked about the newcomers, and one of the players to watch is a newcomer.
Pavle Popara, immediate impact, 2 games, 2 assists, 1 in each of those last 2 games. Look for him in the midfield to work with the captain, Didier Critin, and get the ball up to Chris Cortez, who's been on a little bit of a tear as of late, playing well off the ball with all his other teammates, and of course, when that ball's in the air, Chris Cortez, no one else could beat him. So just put that ball up in the box, and he should surely get on the score sheet.
As the season starts to wind down, only 10 games remaining here for the OC Blues, 5 home games remaining, so it's a very crucial part of the schedule. Teams 11 through 6 fighting for that final playoff spot are all separated by 4 points. It should be a great matchup here tonight, and hopefully you join us after the break to watch the first half kickoff with Mark Serber and Brad Paul.
Real Monarchs SLC are getting ready for their first ever meeting. Mark Servo alongside Brad Paul. Brad, it's a pleasure to be with you as always, as we're back after 4 games on the road, and the Blues need the points tonight in order to leapfrog Tulsa once again into that final playoff spot in the Western Conference.
Well, it seemed a lot longer than just 4 games there, but sure enough, back here, friendly confines of Anteater Stadium, and I'm excited to see this one. These two teams only know as much about each other as what they've seen on video, so for them to actually go out and butt heads, it's going to be a home-and-home series. Next matchup will be these two teams facing off again in Utah, so can't wait to see what this first of 2 games turns out.
And both these teams coming off of very good results for the Orange County Blues, breaking a 6-game losing streak against LA Galaxy 2 in a 1-1 draw. And Real Monarchs SLC, with that 3-1 win against Austin Aztecs, their first win in 10 games, Brad, go all the way back to April 29th for their other win against Sacramento. But before then, they were 0-5-4. They're back to winning ways, and don't pay attention to their record. Don't pay attention to the Real Monarchs place in the standings, because this is a very quality side full of quality young players, some of them who've already made the leap to the first team and back down, but are on the fringes of Real Salt Lake's first team.
Well, we always say it only takes that one game to open up the floodgates, and 3 goals is a lot more than what they've been averaging on the season, so could be in for a shootout here tonight, as we've seen in the past with the OC Blues getting off that snide. It just takes that one.
Real Monarchs looking for their first win away from home in the USL, 0-7-2 away from Sandy, Utah, while the Orange County Blues looking for their 6th win at home. They're 5-3-1 this season here at Anteater Stadium. But a win tonight, and they would surpass last year's home record. So we talked about progress, and Oliver Visa's side has certainly made it this year, but they want much more than that. They want to get to the playoffs, and last night, Tulsa winning leapfrogged the Blues. Now it's the Blues' turn to see if they can use that game in hand and get back into the playoff spots. As it's going to be Orange County to kick off. They're in their blue, attacking to your left. Real Monarchs SLC in their white shirts with red trim, red shorts and red socks will be attacking to your right. And it's Chris Cortez, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. Happy 27th birthday to him. 2 goals in his last 3 games as we're underway from Anteater Stadium.
And I always talk about it, Mark. This 7 o'clock start time for Pepe Miranda. You see him shielding his eyes already right now. It's going to be tough.
And there's that long ball. Slugger looking to get over the back. What a start that would have been for the Orange County Blues. The long ball over the top. And Slugger out with the offsides trap, but couldn't get his volley on frame. And Oswald got a touch. Looked like it was going out once it came flying off of Slugger's foot, but Oswald just making sure.
And Oswald is familiar with some of the OC Blues, having played college ball at South Florida.
Oswald might have to deal with Slugger again here. Player goes down, referee not interested, and RSL could go the other way. Very eventful first minute from Anteater Stadium. And Rawhofer's looking to catch up to this. Rawhofer has 6 goals in 11 games, 4 of them away from home. 24-year-old Uruguayan came from Sudamerica, where he's already played in the Copa Libertadores and the Copa Sudamericana, the equivalent to the UEFA Champions League and the Europa Leagues.
Well, as Justin and I talked about in the pregame, the OC Blues are going to have to watch for that counterattack. That seems to be the area of concern here tonight against Real Monarchs. Don't get caught on the counter.
Oswald, little touch out wide. Jordan Morel comes up the far side. Morel, rookie out of an amazing school in Syracuse University.
The good old orange.
Felix gets it back to his keeper. And a bit too tactile for the referee's liking. Free kick taken quickly by the Blues. 3rd minute, and Slugger's already had a genuine opportunity for the Blues, but Oswald did well to get a touch. See if that long ball is over the top all night long, or whether Real Monarchs have made the adjustment as Cortez was trying to flick it on. Crittenden still might get there. And a skied clearance. And this time it's guided back to the keeper once again.
And we started out here with a little bit of a fast pace. Both these teams moving the ball well. Slogger, that opening chance. Real Monarchs moving the ball nicely through the midfield. So we'll see if this pace could stay up here as we're only in to the first 3 minutes.
Crittenden whistled for a high boot. So the free kick will go the other way. Riley McGovern on the overlap, but it went off of him last. It will be Blues ball. Good work by Josh Suggs. We should give a congratulations to him and his wife who just had their first baby. Sage Kingston will turn 3 weeks old on Tuesday. Josh and his wife, two of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Great professional.
Popara, beautiful ball to the far side. Slogger latches onto it. Has only Cortez to pick out in the box, and he nearly did. Slogger once again. And it's going to be Ovalle to get it out of the back for Real.
Well, we saw that great distribution by Papara. 2 games, 2 assists. Almost had his third in as many games right there. This is why he's been inserted into the starting lineup for that distribution right there to Slogger. Unfortunately, nothing could come of that as Cortez was shut down at the near post.
Popara, the 28-year-old, joining from Radnički Niš in the Serbian Superliga, has also spent time in Greece and Belgium. So a great veteran to add to this squad.
And I've been meaning to ask him, what's with number 87? I guess we're going football numbers here.
Oh, well stepped in on the far side, and the Blues could be off and running. That one just beyond the reach of Cortez, and Popara almost reached it at the top of the box. But once again, the Real Monarchs defense is resolute as they recovered well.
Well, Morell's going to have a tough matchup all day on that right side with Slogger. The Orangeman will have to work his way back every time. Try to prevent Slogger from distributing those balls into the box.
Long ball to no one in particular. Illich. Little touch out wide. And the Monarchs once again doing a good job to step in, and even if they just nick those balls away, even if it's a Blues throw and they're not allowing the counterattack, which is where Slogger is making his living. Daniel Radford, the referee, signaled for a handball but let it go as the ball fell to a Monarchs player. But it's played all the way through for Pepe Miranda. Suggs. Oh, Navarro was in a bit of trouble there. And then overcooked his pass to the far side.
There's Rohofer making his presence felt there. He's going to be trying to give this back line fits all night. Leads the team with 6 goals for Real Monarchs. Leads the team in points as well. So he is the main orchestrator of this offense for the Real Monarchs.
Oh, and that's a heavy challenge. And Radford has a decision to make here. And he is going to call over the Monarchs player. And he's going to go to his book for the first yellow card of the game. It has to be a heavy challenge for the referee to brandish the yellow card this early, and it certainly was. Usually refs will give a stern talking to.
Just like that, 7 minutes in. It appears Radford's going to let everyone know here, you can play hard, but it's got to be clean.
Morel skies to win the header, but the expense of a throw-in for the Orange County Blues.
Yellow card caution has been issued in the 7th minute to the Monarchs number 18, Lucas Baldini.
And it's the captain, Baldin, who goes into the referee's book. The Blues look to build out of the back in the 8th minute. It's the long ball over the top again. Oswald coming out. and he gets there before the Dutchman.
Slogger did a good job to stagger his run, getting just past the defense after the ball has already been played. Stays onside, but Oswald, great read, picked that one up at the edge of his box.
Orozco looking for the long ball. Former Chivas man couldn't find his target though. That's another nice ball slid through, but Slogger still able to catch up to it despite the fact that he hesitated. And then it goes out for the second corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues inside 8 minutes.
That is just unbelievable. That speed by Slogger didn't even look like he was going to be able to get to that ball. And sure enough, in a flash of an eye, sends it in, gets the corner kick.
This will be an in-swinger from the far side. And Milton Blanco was lurking at the back post, but Oswald gets up and will claim that one. Have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats, and check out the new social media hub.
For you OC Blues fans, a new familiar, not familiar, but a new face, Milton Blanco, played his college ball at Fresno Pacific Sunbirds. So great addition to this lineup for the OC Blues.
McGovern with a little touch inside for Ovalle. Ovalle, just 18 years old, was here just last weekend representing RSL AZ's U17-18s in the U.S. Development Academy Championship. It's Real Salt Lake with their RSL AZ Academy team doing great works. The U16s won a couple years ago, and then this year the U18s, or U17-18s I should say, won the Style Award for the best play in the U.S. Development Academy system, and Martin Vasquez was given the Coach of the Year award, and they made it all the way to the finals before losing to the Chicago Fire. Ovalle has been with the reserves for a long time, but being just 18 years of age, they were able to use him in the U.S. Development Academy Championships, and now he's right back with the reserves. You watch him play, he's a very smart player, Brad. He will break up the pace and rhythm of the game for the other team, and with simple passes will start the attack for Real Monarchs.
And like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, ignore the record. This is an organization that brings guys up from the academy all the way through. It's a great signs of a professional organization.
An advantage played by the referee, and now Radford will bring it back. And you have to feel if he went to the book for the first one, that he might go to his book again. You can say Rawhofer saying, hey, you know, he put his feet up.
Well, Baldine called for the yellow card in the 7th minute, draws this foul here. No card. Radford just elects to bring it back for the free kick. The question is, do they play it into the mix, try to get something to test Pepe Miranda early, or does he go short and try to work it up?
Well, especially in this sun. Right now, just 3 players lined up across the top of the box. And so the Real will play it short. The Monarchs will hit the reset button. That's a good ball over the top. And doing just enough was the center back for the Blues to make sure that that ball went all the way through to his keeper.
Felix was there. He shielded Rawhofer beautifully. And Pepe Miranda, the great call, said, lay off, I got it. Let me send it upfield.
Luca, Kurtinen. Suggs joins the party. And Popara trying to keep it in bounds, and in fact it does stay in bounds, but McGovern gets there first. And Popara, a good job to muscle him off the ball. And it rolls out for a Blues throw-in. Oh, and another studs up challenge, this time from Suggs. And now the referee calling Suggs over. And now Suggs hears him.
Well, Suggs is a left back. He's got to get into position. So slowing Suggs up makes you think Radford already shown a card once in this match. But it's a tough call. It's a 50-50 challenge. Suggs had it and lost it. Radford just letting him know, hey, you got your cleat up there a little bit, but keep playing hard until you hear the whistle.
Roscoe. Kavita. Roscoe, the former Chivas USA man. And that one played behind Velasco and will go all the way through to Pepe Miranda. Velasco, another player on this Real Monarchs side who came through RSL's AZ Academy. Tremendous work being done at the academy level in Casa Grande by this Real Salt Lake organization. And many of the players on this Real Monarchs side have featured for RSL AZ youth teams. Moving up through the development academy system and now in that bridge between the academy and the first team. Referee lays play on. And a long striding challenge from Beto Navarro.
Very interesting that Radford didn't even call for a foul on Crittenden. He was dispossessed, probably with an arm, but he said play on.
Slugger has his pocket picked. And now the Monarchs trying to chisel their way down the far side. And they win a free kick. And it's Milton Blanco who will get the yellow card. And out of the last 4 fouls we've seen, that's the one that the referee pulls a yellow card out for. I guess he's saying that he was stopping the possibility of a counterattack.
I mean, that one was on the line just from going out. He wasn't really scoring right there. I don't understand that one, but we're learning with Radford's calls just as much as you are at home here, so stay tuned for what could come next.
We're not saying that wasn't a yellow card. We're just saying some of the other challenges were a bit more heavy.
Yes.
As this one flighted into the mix. And the Blues do just enough as Illich eases it clear. McGovern, the rookie out of New Mexico. Pump back in. Good flick on. And Velasco wants to hit it. Poked away from him. And that one should have been better for Ovalle at the top of the box.
Looked like Sunlee was the last one. Just going wide there. A little bit of a bouncing ball. Very tough to put that one on frame. Did his best with a left foot strike. Sunlee out of Berkeley.
Popara almost weighted that one perfectly, but Morel was wise to it. However, it's the third corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues inside 16 minutes. Crittenden comes over to his usual position over the dead ball.
Corner kick for your Blues by number 21.
Scored a few free kicks, Crittenden. Of course, we don't really expect there to be any Olympicos, especially when they're outswingers like this.
Maybe he can pull a little Rivaldo.
Crittenden will end up with it again. Chance for the early cross, and a great job by the Monarchs to get out quickly and not allow that ball to be played back in.
Well, they brought the heavy hitters in on that corner. Felix came all the way up from the back, but Cortez is still the option here.
Crittenden once again. And it was aiming for Cortez. Suggs skips past one. Can't get by the second. Rawhofer able to get it through for Welshman. Welshman has 3 players policing him. Still able to turn Welshman. And a great job to keep possession and bring more Monarchs players into the attack. Beautiful ball slid through, played to the back post. Just unable to latch onto it. Pepe calling for calm.
There it was, that counterattack started by none other than Rawhofer. Man, we highlighted at the beginning of this match. As you could see, too much pace across the face of the goal for Miranda and for what looked like to be Sunlee on the end of that one.
So suddenly coming close on 2 occasions so far for Real Monarchs SLC. As they're going to recycle their runs as the ball goes all the way back to Oswald. It'd be very interesting to see how this Orange County backline holds up, considering that for the first time this season, they're playing without their cornerstone in Brenton Griffiths, who was red carded in the 71st minute against the Galaxy. Crittenden spins in midfield. Gets past Ovalle, pushes it out wide for Slogger. The double team is on. Slogger played it into the channel for Crittenden, but it's taken away. A smart header from Luca. Suggs needed to play that ball over the top of McGovern. It'll still be a throw-in for the Blues. And Suggs with his best Jimmy Turner impression. But they're able to get the ball clear, Real, through Kavita. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content.
As we approach the 19th minute here, the two sides seem to be about even. Slightly more goal-scoring opportunities for the OC Blues as Slogger has been very integral part of that attack.
Blanco inside for Illich. Rookie able to get it forward to Cortez. This lovely combination play down that right-hand side for Orange County. Really no options there. Cortez is in the center, but there needs to be support. Blues players, Brad, need to be closer to the ball for that short pass. Instead, it's going to be a throw-in for Real Monarchs SLC.
Luca was the closest guy around there waiting for Slogger to do something, but he's got to move, get open. They could have played a little two-man game there and sent it in.
Blanco rather fell on top of the ball, but he wins the free kick. Felix. Thought about going the other way, now comes back to the near side. Suggs. And a great job by the Monarchs to hunt in packs and win that ball back. However, unable to spring that counterattack, and now it's the Blues to go the other way just after the 20th minute mark. Lovely ball by Slogger. And played with a bit too much pace from Luca, so this one will roll out for a throw-in for Real Monarchs. Follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways.
Every time I've noticed, Mark, that when the OC Blues move the ball from the left to the right side, they like to hunt in packs to try to win that ball back, Real Monarchs, because they know of Slogger's speed. So when you have more guys guarding the ball, there's somebody open. So if the OC Blues could see that sooner and swing it into the mix, there could be an opportunity to have a 3-on-2 in the box, and Oswald will not be able to do anything about that, and the Blues could get on the board first.
Good battle from Popar and McGovern, and McGovern wins it, so it'll be a throw-in for the Monarchs. Good shielding from Rawhofer. Played over the top from Velasco. The Blues will win it back through Navarro. Crittenden. Former Servette man plays it out wide. And this is Slogger. Winning the free kick on the far side for the Orange County Blues.
Crittenden did a great job there holding it up. Slogger was in an offside position, so instead of sending Slogger on that run, likes to play it back to Blanco. Sure enough, gets it back to Slogger and earns the free kick.
And this one played way too deep, and it's catching practice for Oswald. Had to make just 2 saves against the Austin Aztecs. Oswald in the 3-1 victory, snapping a 9-game winless streak for the Monarchs. But it's been a good 2 games for the Monarchs. Not only that 3-1 victory, Brad, but also the 1-1 draw against reigning champion Sacramento. Lucas continues his run into the corner. Able to get the ball across, and Cortez got something on it. It's just going to be a goal kick in the end, as both teams were waiting to see what the call was from Daniel Radford's assistant referee, Eduardo Jeff, on that far side. Cortez did well to get in front of his defender and get a piece on it, just put it on the wrong side of the post. But that's a great run across the face of his defender. Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information.
As we had a little stoppage right there. Radford ran all the way over to the OC Blues bench as the 4th official. Timothy Ford was standing with head coach Oliver Weiss. Radford came over. They discussed something, and sure enough, play on. We'll have to see if anything comes of that conversation there.
Blanco will have the throw in on the far side. This is the first of a home-and-home series between the Orange County Blues and Real Monarchs SLC. So these 2 teams will meet again on Saturday up in Utah. A reminder that all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today.
Latest news and live stats, and check out the new social media hub, uslsoccer.com.
The flag is up against Cortez, so it'll be a free kick for the Monarchs in the 25th minute. Brad, have you seen anything from either side that the other team could possibly exploit in order to get the opening goal?
When the OC Blues win it and switch the field, they bring up numbers, so they have to be aware of Real Monarchs counterattacking. And for the Real Monarchs, you can't guard the ball with more than one player. You have to match up man versus man, as we had the shot by Papara go wide left right there. So they just have to be in a help defensive mode there. Don't all go to the ball, because you're going to leave an open man at the back post.
And Popara trying his luck from distance, but nothing to test Oswald in the end. Goal kick for the 23-year-old in the 26th minute in the first ever meeting between the Orange County Blues and Real Monarchs SLC. First team Real Salt Lake winning last night, beating Sporting Kansas City 2-1 to move into 7th place. Now just 3 points out of a playoff spot in Major League Soccer. A chance for the reserves to get the opening goal. Pepe did just enough.
Shaky moment right there, as we see Pepe just getting the fingertips, sending this out for a corner kick.
Lucas Baldin, the Brazilian, to take.
Corner kick for Real Salt Lake.
Be an outswinger from the near side. The Calvary is up from the back. And the referee's going to bring this one back, is not happy with some of the handbags going on in between the box. Or inside the box, I should say.
Well, Radford's made sure to have control right from the start in this one.
Take 2 for Baldin. Oh, it's a good ball. Pepe stayed on his line. The Blues not out of the woods yet. Now they're able to scramble it clear. And Slogger looking to lead the break. Great recovery from the Monarchs defense. As McGovern gets it out wide. Orozco flipping it over the top. Baldin chasing, but Illich is able to spin away from him. Crittenden Illich dispossessed, and Luka wins it back. Little touch out wide. And now down the line for Slugger, who outran the ball and had to come back for it.
You know, Mark, one thing I've seen that's been a key part of that attack on that right side is Blanco making that overlapping run from his right back position. Seen it once for Suggs here on this near side, but Blanco seems to be getting up with ease.
McGovern, Orozco, Oswald on the 28th minute mark. Blues back home after a 4-game road trip. Took 2 points out of a possible 12. As the Monarchs defense stands its ground and once again looking for their forwards. Illich getting back. Clip for McGovern on this near side. Lovely ball slid in, and McGovern will get it back. Well read and a nice little touch from Popera. Stabbing it out for Blanco, and here he comes motoring down that far side. I'll slow it up just a bit. Cortez doing the work as a target man. Popera. Good quick passing, opening up the space. And Crittenden wasn't attacking the back post. But great combination there from the Orange County Blues, as both teams have created good chances.
Almost looked like a replay when the Monarchs came down and the ball went across the face of Pepe Miranda's goal. This one going across the face of Oswald's goal. Crittenden couldn't get to the back post like you said, but there still was nobody in the middle. If Cortez makes that near post run, there's got to be somebody trailing him, and Crittenden trails that middle guy. So Crittenden did his job. Got to have more on that attack.
Throw in searching for Rawhofer, and Suggs certainly brought him down. So a chance to get the ball in the box should the Monarchs choose on the half-hour mark. However, their MO has seemed to be to play quickly. But with Radford bringing it back and the Blues able to set up, perhaps they will pump this one into the mix. And once again, it's a chance for Kavita and Orozco to get up from the back. This one drilled in low, and a stooping header to get it clear.
More of a reaction header right there from Papara. Did not expect that one to be sent in so low, as Baldine tried to get that one deep.
Well flicked down, Rawhofer couldn't wrap his foot around it. And now Slugger. Bit of a heavy touch from him. It allows the Monarchs to win it back in midfield. Good tackle to make sure Popera wasn't off to the races. What a ball by Luka. Over the top for Slugger. One touch to bring it down. Cuts it back looking for Cortez. And tremendous defending once again from Kavita. Clearance only as far as Luka. But they're able to get it out to Velasco. Riley McGovern in the 32nd minute. Suddenly. Welshman. Welshman continued his run. Lovely improvisation, looking to flick that through for Welshman. But Pepe Miranda read it.
That attack right there, Mark, was set up by two switched balls on that attack. Great touches, great vision from Real Monarchs, as was able to provide Welshman an open space in the middle to receive that and try to play a 1-2 with Rohofer. But again, two switches of the field creating those opportunities.
Now Oswald has to get it clear under the pressure. This one gets by Blanco, though, but not by Navarro. Luca and Cortez coming back from an offside position. And then the referee called for offside, even though Slogger was onside. But he's saying Cortez did just enough and was in the play.
It was more of Cortez putting his hands up, I'm not involved, but too close for comfort for Radford as it whizzed right by his foot. As we know, Slogger would have beat Morel on that right side again.
Navarro beaten to the ball, but it will be a throw for the Blues. As the Orange County Blues would like to thank Sports One Marketing, a Warren Moon Enterprise, as the presenting partner of the Blues. So Suggs will take this throw in, but Pepe Miranda has to clear another ball off the field. As neither side has been able to break the deadlock here in the 34th minute, the first ever meeting between these two clubs. The first of two games in quick succession as well. Space for Velasco. Another product of the RSL AZ youth system. Orozco. Good ball into the channel as Velasco continued his run, but well shielded out of bounds by Ryan Felix. What an addition he's been to the Blues, Brad.
Well, it came in as kind of that defensive holding midfielder when he first stepped on the field for the OC Blues, but with Griffiths being out due to the red card, doesn't hurt to have somebody that good ball skills on that back line that can play out of the back, which Coach Oliver Vies loves to do, move the ball from the back line to the midfield to the forwards. Very versatile to have Felix back there.
Baldine pushes it forward for Welshman. Still running Welshman, but coming back to mop up. Was a Blues defender. Now flicked on and Crittenden chasing. But McGovern will get there first. Suggs has time to bring this down and now will assess his options moving forward. Looking for Cortez, but Kavita wins it. Kavita on loan from the first team, as it was Crittenden trying to thread it through for Slogger. Sunley. Drafted by the New England Revolution last year out of Cal, but spent most of the season on loan with the Rochester Rhinos. So he knows this league well, Sunley. Good touch from Luca. Slogger unable to bring it down, as Morel policed him. Popara wins it back in midfield. Little touch off for Crittenden. Thought about having a go. Instead drives into the box, plays it across. Cortez is there. So is Popara as well, but the Monarchs doing just enough.
Well, Popara's eyes got as big as golf balls right there as he saw nothing but him and Oswald in front of him. Deflected at the last second, going out for a corner kick, but that was sure opportunity. I thought that was going to be 1-0 mark.
Popara and Crittenden have both done very well to drive into the box. Popara, Brad, seems very good at timing his runs, so he comes in just behind the shoulder of the defender. And now the fourth corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues, only as far as Popara drives it to the far post. Excellent save at full stretch from Oswald.
Two highlight plays right there from Popara. As we saw in the first one, just deflected at the last second. Here, Popara tries to swing it to the far outside post, but Oswald, great extension and great job to not allow a rebound. We've seen that be detrimental to teams playing the OC Blues, letting that rebound. So good job by Oswald.
This one comes all the way back to Felix. Suggs shapes out wide. Long searching ball to the back post. And Morel did well to make sure that that didn't get over his head to Slogger. Slogger does get it in possession. Looking for that run of Popara. But Oswald is a boss in his area. He's won all the aerial battles. Stabbed away from Rawhofer. Sunley. Good job by the Uruguayan to keep possession for the Monarchs in the 39th minute. Brad, what do you make of the tempo of this Real Monarchs side, considering they've had 14 days off from their last game?
At first, I thought maybe in the first 5 minutes they came out way too much energy, kind of running around, chasing the ball. But now, as they've seen what the offensive attack is going to be for the OC Blues, swing it out wide, get Slogger behind the defense. Seems they've really settled down, and they're trying to spread the game, open out wide. We've seen switches of the field being key parts of their attack right now for Real Monarchs. So for them, they have the fresh legs. You get 5 substitutes in USL. We'll see how long these starting 11 can go, and it also will dictate what the scoreline might be in the second half.
Real did play a friendly 10 days ago against BYU. We're losing 2-0. And then in the 60th minute, they sent on an entire new team. So 10 outfield substitutions, and they ended up coming back to win 3-2. I believe Sunley had 2 goals in that game against the Cougars.
It's like all these International Cup friendlies. Sub whoever you want.
That ball too far for Cortez. Fans, Summer Family 4-packs of tickets to one of our 4 remaining matches are still available. Visit our Blues booth today or call our ticket office for more information to become a member of the Blues family. And what a family it is, a family that is chasing the playoffs. A win tonight and they will be back in the playoff spots in the Western Conference, the Orange County Blues. Crittenden played that too far in front of Slogger. And Oswald right onto the feet of McGovern. Welshman is chasing, but Felix is there. And Suggs is back in support. Almost put Felix into an awkward situation, but he's able to deal with it. Popara brought down good strength to get that ball off to Crittenden. Crittenden, one-on-one. Oswald comes out, and he smothers it off the feet of Crittenden.
Crittenden looked to slot Cortez in the middle. Elects to keep it himself. His touch a little too heavy. And Oswald, great read to come off his line and stop Crittenden in his tracks. Almost had broken that deadlock here at 0-0 in the 42nd minute. Crittenden, don't fault him for keeping the ball right there. Great idea. Just a little too heavy on that touch.
Well, Oswald has been a prominent figure in this game. Just 2 saves against the Aztecs, but he's already made 2 or 3 excellent saves here tonight. Miranda also has to be lauded for his quick reactions, able to palm away that one ball that was quickly shot on his goal after the Blues had given it away in the back. So it remains 0-0 in these final 3 minutes of first half regulation, thanks to the goalkeepers. Crittenden given that free roll, this time operating down the left-hand side for the Blues and winning the throw-in.
That save by Miranda early on led to a Real Monarchs corner kick. They only have 1 tonight. OC Blues have 4.
Cortez, hint of handball, but Daniel Radford, the referee, says play on. And Popara floats it out to the far side. Luca getting himself in some trouble. Cortez, good strength from him. Popara takes it off his foot, has it go. Slogger with the rebound, and he opens the scoring in the 43rd minute.
Wow, one touch off the rebound from Oswald. I didn't think Slogger would be able to get his knee over that one. What a rocket.
Oswald did really well to push that out wide once again, but Slogger was Johnny on the spot. And an absolute screamer. Oswald had no chance on that rebound.
Well, it looked like a replay of the first shot Popara took on Oswald. Saved to the left again, but this time Slogger in the right position at the right time. Drilled it. Unbelievable goal to break the deadlock here. What is an incredible angle, but Slogger shot it faster than Oswald can move. And just like that, Blues looking pretty good here going into halftime.
Fourth goal of the season for Slogger. Joined from Coventry City. Played matches in the FA Cup last season against Arsenal and Barnsley. Also made his professional debut for Utrecht against Ajax Amsterdam in the Amsterdam Arena. And that goal looked to be a carbon copy of the shot he had inside the first minute that Oswald was able to tap around the post. This time, just too much pace for the goalkeeper to handle. And the Orange County Blues have the breakthrough right before halftime.
For a second, I thought we were getting ready to call goal for the birthday boy as Cortez made a great spin on the ball. Popara comes out of nowhere. I thought he stole Cortez's goal, but the shot and the save led to Slogger being wide open. So all around, great pressure and teamwork by the OC Blues.
Velasco had a goal and assist in the win against Austin. Was unable to do anything about it there. Smartly off the chest from Cortez. And anywhere will do as we hit the 45-minute mark.
As we look over, it's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time from our fourth official, Timothy Ford.
A minimum of 1 minute of stoppage time.
We've had a yellow card, a couple talking tos. I'm surprised there's only 1 minute.
That one off of the frustrated Rawhofer. He's already played in his native country in the Premier Division in Uruguay with Liverpool and Sudamerica.
Well, that's a tough matchup for Orozco. Only at 5'10", going against the 6'1" Cortez. Little push in the back, draws a foul. Felix might play this one short, but if I was him, I'd give it one last go, knowing that the halftime whistle is mere seconds away.
Felix will put it into the middle where only Cortez is there to find. The Real Monarchs will win that as the half comes to an end, but not before Denzel Slogger blasted a rebound off of Popara's shot into the back of the net, beating Oswald, who did well to save Popara's effort, but could do absolutely nothing as Slogger returned it with considerable interest. And at halftime, it's the Orange County Blues 1 and the Real Monarchs 0. Thoughts on the first half, Brad?
It was pretty even through the first 20, but I thought once the OC Blues started putting that ball into the mix, creating chances, getting corner kicks, it was only a matter of time before the OC Blues broke that deadlock. Great switches of the field from Real Monarchs. They looked competitive, but with all that pressure, Slogger broke that deadlock with an unbelievable strike. Just like that, Blues looking pretty good going into the second half.
Well, we're going to take a break up here in the booth, but stay with us as we have another episode of Orange County Blues TV presented by Justin Maestas and Darby Brown.
And you're watching the show dedicated to Orange County's very own professional soccer team. First, let's get it started with some game highlights of the most recent matchup between the LA Galaxy 2 and the Blues.
And they're trying to go direct just behind it, but Steris and Romney have been impenetrable thus far.
Here's a good chance for Cortez onto his right foot. He goes near post and he scores. Here's Popara playing near side. This will get through on the near side for Slogger. He's got it side of the 6, trying to cut back. Great job by Diallo. Here's McBean. Franco once again knocking top of the box. Good for Bowen. His shot deflected and out of play, and the Galaxy pick up their first corner. Here's Aris. He'll play it in towards the spot behind Steris, able to knock it down in front for Bowen. He heels it towards goal and is blocked. Lassiter now gets away from one defender. The left-footed ball on goal, saved by Miranda. This is a good chance at goal, blocked. Lassiter, heavy first touch, cuts it in front, and a foot save by Miranda. Lassiter along the end line gets the cross away. The opportunity, scores! Offside, actually. Here's McBean on the first touch, able to play it back. Diallo and McBean able to keep it in play. Now on his right foot, Jack has a go at goal at the near post. This is an easy save for Pepe Miranda. He'll find Villarreal. Shakes one defender, tries to play this one through. It comes out for Lassiter, runs in on the keeper, makes the save, the second opportunity, and we're level at a goal apiece. Ariel Lassiter puts on the jersey, getting some nice shot here by Villarreal, is blocked in front and cleared away. Here comes Cretton. Into the channel on the left side, it goes for Suggs. He sends it towards goal, and it's boxed away by the goalkeeper. Cleared ahead to Ariel Lassiter. A good slide tackle by Blanco to get it back. Good work here by Jamison. Trying to send it through for Jack. Probably should have gone to the left side there. Here's the restart. Aris sends it through, and he scored. No, off the bar and out. Still taking it down the middle of the park. Gets away from Aris on his right foot. Fakes on the shot. Puts it back on his left. Sends towards goal. And out of play. Here's the restart. Going to goal over the bar and out of play.
We stopped by Compete Sports Performance and Rehab in Lake Forest, where the Blues players receive athletic training. Here's a little inside footage of their training sessions and a few words from Compete owner Chris Phillips.
My name is Chris Phillips. I'm an athletic trainer and a strength coach, owner of Compete Sports Performance and Rehab. I started out as an athletic trainer in pro hockey, spent 15 years in pro hockey as well as the NHL and American Hockey League before moving to pro football for a couple of years, and then opened up our own place here, and then started working with the women's professional team, the LA Soul, which had actually Shannon Box, who just won the Women's World Cup with US, as well as about 9 other Olympians on that team. So from that aspect, we deal with athletes of all ages, all sports, basically just trying to get them to A, stay healthy, prevent injuries, but B, to help progress and move on to be better athletes and succeed in their sport. We've had over 50 college commitments here in 6 years in baseball, football, hockey, soccer, water polo, and acro and tumbling. So what we try to do is, like we do with all our athletes, is we look for the demands made on each athlete, whether or not their age, their sport, common injuries, and we try to work with strength and conditioning as well as some coordination exercises and balance exercises to help limit the injuries down the road, as well as help prevent things, and work on strength and conditioning such as single leg strength and balance and landing exercises to improve performance as well as prevent injuries. So from the Blues standpoint, we cover all our sports medicine operations, whether or not it's physicals, evaluations and treatments of injuries, which is what we mostly do in coordination with our orthopedics and our general physicians to take care of all the health needs of the players. Billy's got a little problem just with his traps from all the diving he does during practice. His traps and the backs of his shoulders and his glutes or his hips get really tight from all the diving. So what we do is you try to help loosen him up, increase his flexibility and his mobility so that he's able to perform at his best. As an athletic trainer, what we do, it's a national organization, it's a 4-year college commitment, as well as a standardized test and continuing education. And those are things that we work on to help evaluate, treat sports injuries. The name of our operation is Compete Sports Performance and Rehab. We're located on Dimension in Lake Forest, California, right near Foothill Ranch. We have a secondary facility in Westminster as well. And a big part of what we do is try to help our athletes become better athletes, become better performance, as well as reducing their injuries or treating their injuries and getting them back on the field or the ice or the court as fast as possible in a safe manner.
We hope to see you all this Saturday at UCI's Anteater Stadium. Or if you can't make it, tune into the live streaming of the event at youtube.com/OCBluesFC. Thanks for watching Blues TV. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back here to Anteater Stadium, where the OC Blues hold themselves a 1-0 lead. Denzel Slogger with the goal in the 43rd minute. A great goal for him, as you know, once he scores goals, he gets that confidence going, and it's his first home game in quite a while.
Yeah, Denzel Slogger really showing his speed on the right side, getting past Morel all day long, and it seems to be the key attack for the OC Blues. So if they can just keep pushing Slogger to where he won't get tired, I think we could see more of his great stuff from the first half here in the second.
An important point, or 3 points here for the OC Blues. OKC Energy tied 0-0 against St. Louis FC. Let's see if the Blues can capitalize and try to move up in the USL standings. Mark Serber and Brad Paul with the call for the second half.
Thank you, Justin. Excellent work. As the Real Monarchs get us underway. And witnessing space early on. And a chance at the far post. Miranda came out and stood his ground.
Well, Welshman tried to make it 1-1 early here to start the second half, but Miranda making himself as big as can be. No angle for Welshman to put that one past Miranda.
So it has to be worrying for the Blues that they give up a chance like that inside the first 30 seconds.
I just think they need to get the legs flowing again and get acclimated here to the action and the pace, because we know Real Monarchs is ready to play this second half.
The Monarchs get a corner kick. 45 seconds into the second half. And flying through, just putting the header over. Believe it was Kavita got on the end of it.
Kavita unmarked. Free header. If only he could get that down on frame, we would see 1-1. Blues escaped that one.
Real Salt Lake have come flying out of the starter's gate to start this second half. Real Monarchs unlucky not to score the equalizer inside this first minute. It remains 1-0 in favor of the Blues, and Miranda taking his time on this goal kick just to calm things down. Now the Blues will look to relaunch their attack, but Kavita wins another header. Free kick looking for Welshman. Not able to win it over Felix. And guided back to Pepe Miranda from Suggs.
Well, I've seen it a couple times, Mark, in the first half. Rohofer is not afraid to just play that ball up to Welshman, even though he's surrounded by 3 Blues players. As long as he can hold that ball up at the point, they'll run off of him. So, got to look for that here if you're the Blues in the second half.
A good job to make sure that ball goes out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick. A chance for the Orange County Blues to press high and win the ball back. It's going to be McGovern to take on the far side. Of course, that long throw will always help you get out of pressure. And that's a heavy challenge on the far side. I believe Radford already has the yellow out. And it's going to be Suggs.
Suggs or Felix? He looked like he was looking at Suggs, but pointing to Felix. That was an interesting one.
It was hard to tell when the referee's 30 yards away from the person he's given the yellow card to. Either way, it's a free kick for the Monarchs in the 48th minute.
We'll get the official word from the 4th official here shortly. Let you know who was the recipient of that yellow card.
Miranda once again just slowing the pace of this game down. So it's been all Monarchs in these first 3 minutes of this second half. Drilling that 43rd minute goal from Denzel Slogger, his 4th of the season. I believe you're right, it was Ryan Felix instead of Suggs who got that yellow card.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Yellow card caution has been issued in the 48th minute to OC Blues number 31, Ryan Felix.
I think Radford just got tired of chasing men, asking them to come to him.
Oswald comes out to claim. Ovalle. Kavita.
Going back to that yellow card, Mark, it was a very professional foul. Real Monarchs are trying to go on the counterattack. Professional foul by Felix right there.
Felix just 8 games into his professional career, and from the off cemented his starting spot in this Orange County Blues lineup. Rookie out of LMU. Didn't even play that much his senior year because of injury, but has really shown his versatility here, slotting into that center back spot in place of Griffiths, who's suspended for this match.
Well, he's a big body, but he also has ball skill, and he's good with the ball at his feet. So it helps having that versatility, especially when Beto Navarro is the guy that you're going to look to hold those runs off the ball from that point man. So Felix will be on that point man. Navarro will be taking care of the other runs.
Welshman and Rawhofer have caused some trouble for this Blues back line, as has Sunley. However, the Blues able to break out here. Navarro gets it back to his safety valve. "22-year-old Kavita brings it down. Kavita signed to a homegrown contract. Grew up in the Salt Lake area after playing his college ball at Clemson. Velasco. You feel that if the Monarchs are going to get back into this game, Velasco has to see more of the ball. We expect at some point to see Maiko and Oriana as well. He's had a goal and 3 assists in his last 2 games played. However, Oriana not getting the start tonight. But he could be a real game changer off the bench for this Real Monarchs side.
Well, if the scoreline stays the way it is, expect about the 70th minute.
A poor giveaway. Cortez looking to take advantage. Leaves it off for Crittenden. Miss hit from him. Almost works out for Cortez, but he's unable to get his foot on it. And relief for Oswald as he's able to take.
Well, that would have been Crittenden's team-leading 4th assist in an unconventional fashion right there.
Cross takes a deflection, so it'll be another corner kick for Real Monarchs. Just their 3rd of the match.
I think with all the action Oswald's gotten in this game, he's happy to be able to just relax on that one.
Miranda organizing his defense. As the Blues have all 10 outfield players in and around that box. The Monarchs looking to break out of that huddle. And it's a good ball and floated to the back post. And Miranda got enough.
Now the Blues have a man standing on the goal line, so no offsides could be called, and it was almost flicked in right there, but looked to be Ovalle at the goal line trying to flick it in, but Miranda able to knock this one out for another corner kick.
The Blues need to start winning these aerial battles. Won again by the Monarchs. Miranda punches clear. Ovalle sprays it out wide. Not the best first touch, but the second touch was good. The third touch needed a better trajectory. Good win in the midfield. But the Blues back line stands firm. And the Blues just a bit static at the moment. As it's Cortez all the way back as a right back winning that ball. Oh, and Slogger unable to turn. Excellent work from Kavita.
I think it was actually Sunley that was on the goal line, but a quick fury of action right there. Miranda having to step up and make 2 quick saves in succession. Not the start the OC Blues were looking for here in the second half.
This one will be a thrown for the Orange County Blues. Have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats and check out the new social media hub. Blanco takes the throw in. Morel skied to win that header.
And there's Orozco taking out OC Blues banners here.
The referee making Blanco fix the banner. And I think that's more of a safety concern of anything.
Well, Blanco doing double duty right now in the 55th minute. When the referee says, you do.
Especially when you're on a yellow card.
Blanco receiving that yellow card in the 15th minute. He's been on his best behavior ever since.
Excellent touch from Slogger to win it back. Trying to play it through for Cortez. Good defending from Cavita once again. A heavy challenge, but a fair one, says the referees. Blanco came flying in and wins the throw-in for the Blues.
Orozco really must not like these banners here on the side. First he takes out the OC Blues tickets, and now look, he takes out Irvine, stay, play, eat, and meet. Orozco, let it go.
Header won by Morel. Velasco really imposing himself in the second half. Ovalle. Navarro nicked in. And Blanco to play it out of the back. Crittenden. And Luca be whistled for the foul, so it'll be a free kick for the Real Monarchs. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for the Blues in the 57th minute. Entering the game, number 7, Christopher Santana. Exiting the game for the Blues, number 21, Didier Crittenden.
Well, Santana coming in for Crittenden. Surprised to see Crittenden leaving in just the 57th minute. So you'd have to think, Brad, that he's carrying a knock.
I think Coach Oliver V sees the pace of this game and wants to put a little bit more speed out there to kind of help Slogger on the right side and Cortez up top. So I think it was a tactical move here, but don't want to count anything out. So it appears he's okay on the sideline. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, V certainly knows what he's doing. And Santana, a player capable of breaking someone down not only on the pass, but on the dribble as well. Velasco starting to dictate the pace of the game for the Monarchs, Velasco. And this is an excellent move from the Monarchs. And it peters out of the top of the box as the shot couldn't make its way through the massive blue jerseys. Lovely little touch on for Slogger. And a nice move to escape to the outside. And Cavita winning the foot race with Slogger. That looks to be an excellent tactical change from Real Monarchs SLC as Cavita works his way out wide every time Slogger gets that ball into the channels.
Cavita able to use his body, shield Slogger, and has a little bit more pace.
What it also means is that Morel can get higher up the field when the Monarchs have the ball. But he has to worry about Slogger here, Morel. Little touch off for Popera. Illich. Cortez trying to turn, and Orozco did just enough to put him off.
Acres of space here. Rohofer.
Who can the Uruguayan conjure up here? Quick cross. Turned away. Oh, and going for the spectacular. But the Blues are able to smash it clear, but it will be a throw in at midfield for the Monarchs. Follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways.
Or follow them on Twitter at OC Blues FC.
McGovern will take the throw in on the hour mark.
Called McGovern's name a couple times in the first half. Quiet here.
Navarro able to get his head on it. And Felix spinning away. And a miscue in the midfield. Otherwise, Slogger was in space on this near side. Ovalle.
And as you mentioned, Mark, we've already seen the change as Morel's getting more forward in that attack.
Baldine's able to get it out wide. He might find it again in the center here. Instead, it goes back to Ovalle. Good interpassing from this Real Monarchs side. They get it to the top of the box. Velasco looking for a half yard of space. Calls for a handball. As the Monarchs get to the top of the box and have to look to try and bulldoze their way through. But their combination play into the final third has been excellent in this second half. As we're just beyond the hour mark here at Anteater Stadium, and the Blues are a goal to the good. The Monarchs are looking to change that. They've had the better of the opening 15 minutes here in the second period.
Velasco has been really changing the pace of this one for Real Monarchs. Almost found himself on the score sheet.
Monarchs pouring forward once again. And the Blues back line standing firm as this time they win a free kick on the far side.
Compete Sports Performance and Rehab is the official OC Blues athletic training partner. Learn more about head trainer Chris Phillips and his staff at Compete.
Santana tracking back from his midfield position to win a free kick on their 20, just outside the 18.
Inside the final 30 minutes from Anteater Stadium, and the Blues still leading 1-0, courtesy of the 43rd minute strike from Slogger. Smashing home a rebound after a shot was turned away. Popera arrowing it toward the far post, and it was a great save by Oswald, but nothing he could do as Slogger was left all alone at the back post, and he smashed in the rebound.
For all the latest Nike soccer information.
Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. Oh, and a quick shot trying to catch Oswald unawares. But in the end, doesn't have to do anything about it as it was off target. And it will be a goal kick for the 23-year-old Ohio native. Big East goalkeeper for the year last year, Oswald.
Member of the Xavier Musketeers, as well as saw his start of his college career at South Florida, the Bulls, where Brenton Griffiths played and Ponich. So these guys know each other, even though this is the very first meeting between these two teams.
Baldine as well.
Quite the skill coming out of
Ladies and gentlemen,
South Florida there.
Substitution for the OC Blues in the 64th minute. Entering the game, number 22, Christopher Ramirez.
Now Christopher Ramirez, the man on loan from Atletico Marte, comes in for Chris Cortez. 7 goals and 2 assists on the season for Ramirez, who's been dynamite. The Blues played a friendly just a couple months after the end of last season against Atletico Marte, and the staff liked what they saw and picked up Ramirez on loan.
So there will be no birthday goal for Chris Cortez, but great job here tonight, putting pressure on Cavita.
And now it'll be Ramirez's turn, as he's more of a player who will look to run through the lines to get to goal, but he can also hold up play as well and bring others into the attack. Good turn from Sunley. Morel getting forward. Syracuse man, good ball into the box. Bodies go down. Referee waves play on. The Blues do a good job to get that clear rather than let it go out for a corner kick. However, the Monarchs coming at him once again. Oh, and a great run into the space, and the quick shot right at Pepe Miranda, who gets down well.
And as we saw how the first goal happened for the Blues, a rebound, Miranda does a great job to not let that one out of his grasp there at the near post. Great job covered up by Pepe Miranda.
65th minute, Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul on the Orange County Blues YouTube page. Warm welcome to those of you tuning in from Utah and wherever you may be, as the Orange County Blues have a 1-0 lead from Denzel Slogger's 43rd minute volley. And of course, after this meeting, it will be take two between these two sides as they will square off in Utah. Then Brad and I will be back here on August 8th as the Blues take on the Austin Aztecs. The first meeting between those two sides in club history. And of course, all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today.
Real Monarchs getting a victory in their last game against the Austin Aztecs, 3-1. So they're coming off a good performance, but trail 1-0 here in the 66th minute, about to approach the 67th.
This time it was Welshman trying to slide it through. And still going Welshman. Luca able to poke it away. Slogger working feverishly to keep it in bounds, but is unable to. And it's going to be a throw-in for Morel and the Monarchs. Smartly shielded out for a corner kick. As the Monarchs looking to draw level via the set piece. Some Monarchs team that has just 18 goals in their 17 games coming into this one. That's a good ball, and finally the Blues win one in their box. Have to get the second one clear. And they do it the third time of asking. So Vaya, the only man back, floats it too deep. And Miranda will take this one. Quickly up, searching for the run of Ramirez and Slogger. Baldin, little touch out wide. And Santana doing the defending. Morel. Velasco. Morel continued his run in front of him. Velasco gets the return ball. Great work between him and Sunley. Ovalle. Sunley's first touch let him down, but he's able to rescue the situation.
The Blues' legs looking a little heavy here. See Coach Weiss ready to flip the switch on another substitution.
Luca. As Illich's number is about to come up. Popara. The County Line Coalition in full voice as the Blues have a 1-0 lead heading into these final 21 minutes and change. And a rare foray forward for Suggs in this second half. His cross is too deep. So the Orange County Blues would like to thank Sports One Marketing, a Warren Moon Enterprise, as the presenting partner of the Blues. Brad, what do the Monarchs have to do here if they're going to draw level?
Well, the Monarchs are starting to put all that pressure into the middle of the field. They start wide and then they try to attack through the middle. They need to swing that ball to the outside and get a cross in, as the marking in the center for the Blues has not been up to par here in this second half. So Monarchs need to look to go wide and send in that cross instead of trying to go through the middle.
Baldin. It was a heavy challenge, but a fair one, says the referee. Ramirez brings Slogger into the attack. His first touch too heavy, and the Monarchs win it back. And Slogger struggling behind the play, having to stretch out. Oh, and a poor back pass. Ramirez has Slogger. If he picks his head up, he finds him. Slogger looking for a second goal. Didn't get enough purchase behind the shot.
I think Slogger's still feeling the effects of the knock he had on the previous play, because he would have normally one-timed that. Instead takes a touch and tries to put some finesse behind it. Not what we're used to seeing from Denzel Slogger.
Looked a little bit hesitant there, didn't he, Brad?
I was expecting to see another rocket off that right foot of Slogger, like the goal in the 43rd minute. But he's definitely feeling that one.
A great job by Ramirez to pick up his head and notice that Slogger was off in space. A lot of strikers would have just kept their head down and gone for goal themselves. The Blues doing the defending here. Well read and cleared away by Milton Blanco. It's been a good addition since coming over from Arizona United. Well, that's a very heavy challenge. The studs were up. And if that's Suggs,
looks to be Santana.
well, Santana will get the yellow card.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The yellow card caution has been issued in the 72nd minute to the Blues. Number 7.
And how often do we see that a player just pushes that ball too far and then dives for it? And of course, the initial reaction is to win it back, but so here comes that substitution for the Orange County Blues in the 72nd minute. And it's Illich who's going to leave us.
Entering the game, number 20, Jack McCracken. Exiting the game for the Blues, number 17, Nikola Illich.
Now McCracken, the defender, comes in. So will he stay in the midfield in Illich's place, or will Oliver Weiss reshuffle his lineup a bit?
If I was Weiss, I'd move McCracken back to defensive midfield, push Luca up a little bit. Luca a little bit more of an offensive player than McCracken, so tactical changes being made with the lead here. But the Blues still have to put their foot down and try to get another one, as this game is far from over.
A free kick and a chance to send it into the danger area. Miranda comes out and elects to punch clear. Slogger leaves it off for Ramirez. Now McCracken has come to outside back, which means Blanco's going to move up into the midfield. Where now Blanco has retreated back to his outside back position on the other side. Either way, Luca has the ball in the 74th minute. McCracken getting forward. The substitute thought about flighting the ball in. Instead plays it short into the space for Luca. McCracken continues his run. Just not enough pace. But it will be a throw in. Good work by McCracken getting forward here.
McCracken with the fresh legs already making an instant impact, but it's going to be a substitution now for the Real Monarchs SC.
Entering the game, number 28, Maicon Oriana.
And here is Oriana.
Number 18, Lucas Baldin.
We talked about it earlier.
Had a hand in every goal against the Austin Aztecs, Maicon Oriana. And 21-year-old from El Salvador, who rejoined Real after playing in El Salvador with Alianza. Grew up in the youth academy at RSL AZ before going over and playing in the El Salvadorian Professional League. Ramirez. Santana. So we know Visa's done his homework. He'll know that they have to keep a watchful eye on Oriana at all times.
And in addition to Baldine coming out, McGovern, he is out of the game as well. Get the official word on who came in. It looks to be Tavares. He has 2 goals on the season here, looking to get a third and tie things up, but that one is in the box or just outside.
And Milton Blanco's beside himself. Can't believe that that's only a yellow card, saying it was a definite stamp.
The 76th minute, Radford has a yellow in his hand ready to be distributed as we see.
Well, that's close, and that's why he's conferring with his assistant referee.
As Orozco is going to get that one.
Great burst into the box from Luca.
The question is, where is the foul? And it appears it's going to be just outside the box.
And I think that Radford got that one right, and a good job to confer with Christopher Calderon, the assistant referee on this near side. But Luca's still down. So the Blues players had 2 cases there. 1, they wanted that to be inside, of course, and 2, feeling that that was a stamp by Orozco, but just a yellow card given by Daniel Radford. He's coming over to talk to his assistant referee once again.
I think you have to think about where the foul occurred and why would you come studs up trying to maliciously hurt the opposing player. He is defending his box. Maybe that is the reason for Radford's yellow card, but the more Radford talks to his side official, looks worse for Orozco right there.
No malintent, as you said, just going for that ball.
The question now becomes, what does Papara do? Does he try to lift this over the wall and go near post over Velasco, who's not the tallest of stature, or does he send this into the mix as he's got Ramirez and Slager?
He plays it to the back post. The Monarchs allowed to bounce in their box, calls for handballs, fall on deaf ear. And the Monarchs looking to break. And this is Oriana. Oh, good idea. Just a bit overcooked on that pass. And then Suggs was waiting for Miranda to come out and take that. Turned at the last minute. And the Blues escape on a little bit of miscommunication.
And as we see Oriana coming in, trying to set that one up, it's that switch of the field that has worked so well for the Monarchs, just not able to capitalize on the opportunity.
And here he is again, Oriana in full flight. Leaves it off for Velasco. That's a dangerous cross in. But it's going to be whistled as a handball against the Monarchs forward.
Dr. Chris Kouturis is the official general physician for the OC Blues. Dr. Kouturis is on staff.
I said it earlier and I'll keep saying it. That's the ball the Monarchs need to play. Get wide and send it in. You're not going to be able to go through the middle of the field as we see on the replay. Handball. Miranda is going to take his time here. Try to clear the pressure as we have 12 minutes of regular time with some stoppage sure to come. Stay tuned for this one. It's only going to get more exciting.
Slager's 43rd minute strike holding up.
We've seen this before from the Blues at home, up 1 goal in the second half. These flips the switch on some defensive substitutions. But I wouldn't be surprised to see an offensive substitution very late to get fresh legs to try to keep the ball up front. But again, a handball by the Monarchs. And it'll go the OC Blues way. Might be possible if the Blues have this lead, maybe around the 85th minute, to see Tyler Feely forward, get those fresh legs to try to keep the ball away from Real Monarchs as they're going to look to push.
And of course, Feely signing his first professional contract with the Blues from Real Salt Lake's Arizona Academy.
Connections everywhere you look, small world.
Now the Monarchs making a substitution.
In the 80th minute, entering the game, number 19, Tyler Arnone.
Arnone checking in for his 11th game of the season.
Is number 8, Vito Ovalle.
He comes in for Ovalle, so an offensive substitution for the Monarchs. Arnone, a rookie out of the University of Michigan.
Big Blue, the Wolverines.
So we're inside the final 10 minutes of regulation here at Anteater Stadium. Denzel Slogger has the game's only goal, coming 2 minutes before halftime. The Monarchs searching for an equalizer, and they almost got one off the deflection. They will get a corner kick.
Well, it was all the OC Blues with corner kicks in the first half. It's now all Real Monarchs as they lead 5-0 in corner kicks in the second half. 6 total for the game for the Monarchs, 4 for the Blues.
And they've been dangerous on them as well.
Miranda having to come into action. 2 quick saves.
Played into the melting pot. Headed out. Good shielding, allowing that clearance to be made. So the Blues hanging on here inside the final 9 minutes. Monarchs came flying out of the gate in the second half, almost equalized inside 30 seconds. The Blues were able to weather the storm, but it looks like they're going to have to deal with another one here as it's flicked on. But that run across the face of Miranda coming too late. And Rawhofer, saying my bad, knows he should have gone a bit earlier.
Suddenly that had the flick towards Miranda. Go down in the books as a save.
Ramirez trying to get there before Kavita, or Morel rather. McCracken gets on the edge of the loose ball. Slogger tried to play it inside. The Monarchs to go the other way through Velasco.
Not a bad idea by Slogger to go with the early cross. Just couldn't get it past the second defender.
You have to feel, Brad, that if the Blues are going to kill off this game, it's going to come via the counterattack. Or perhaps by putting Oswald under some pressure. Morel, loose touch, but Slogger couldn't take advantage.
Slogger's speed getting the best of him. He couldn't put the brakes on.
Orellano had the inside track on McCracken. Played into the danger area, and the Blues doing just enough. Great sliding challenge from Velasco. Anywhere will do at the moment as Slogger just hammers it to the far side.
And here comes another switch for Real Monarchs.
And now it's Luca who's down, struggling with what looks to be a cramp.
And a cramp for Velasco, too. These players really working tough here, as it is a warm night in Orange County.
Well, by Orange County standards, let's be honest. We were on the East Coast, they would consider this heaven. Either way, it's a break for both of these teams. Chance for them to catch their breath as the Blues are in for a very nervy finale here, clinging to that 1-0 lead.
Tickets is Stephen Marchi from Mission Viejo. Stephen, head down to the Blues booth to claim your prize. Once again, Stephen
And Luca, who joined from Jagodina in Serbia.
Make sure to head down to the Blues merchandise booth to claim your prize, and congratulations.
Already has a Serbian Cup winner's medal on his mantle.
It is Saturday, August 8th against the Austin Aztecs. Give our ticket office a call to purchase your tickets today.
A reminder once again that after Orange County goes up to Utah and faces off against Real Monarchs, they will be back here on the Ace to face off against the Austin Aztecs. Would love for you to come out here to Anteater Stadium, but if you can't, you can always find Brad and I right here on the Orange County Blues YouTube channel and the USL Soccer YouTube channel as well.
That substitution has now been made. It appears to be Copeland for Real Monarchs, in for Morel. Copeland playing his college ball at University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Blazers.
Monarchs attacking in waves. And the Blues holding their ground and winning the goal kick in the 86th minute.
Clock is the Blues' friend right now.
Orange County looking for their 8th win of the season. And a chance to possibly move up into the playoff spots in the Western Conference. Oriana. Velasco. Played it too far for Welshman. Guided back to the keeper. And Miranda under heavy pressure. Safety first from the Cuban. And now the referee holding on for a substitution. And the Blues player wasn't in between the benches yet. And the Monarchs players are very frustrated, saying that the substitution wasn't ready. So why is Daniel Radford holding the game up? And now a yellow card has been issued to the Monarchs bench.
Well, Radford has not been shy. That'll be his 6th card handed out tonight of the yellow variety.
It's amazing we still have 22 men on the field with the amount of yellow cards he's handed out.
Number 19, Jacob Barone.
As Barone is in to try and close off this game for the Blues.
For the Blues, number 10, Luka Petricevic.
And Luka is out, having struggled with cramps. But a great shift put in. His usual tenacious work.
Soaring high to keep those headers out of the box. Luka does a great job of getting position to reach that at its highest point. Not the tallest guy, but he wins a ton of headers.
And once again, it's going to come down to the aerial battle for the Blues. As this one's flicked in, but put right into the arms of Miranda. Another chance goes begging for the Monarchs.
The touch was there. It was the left foot, but just could not position it past Miranda.
And his punt, just a bit too much mustard on it, is looking for Ramirez. You better if Ramirez gets that ball, he's going to try and take it into the corner.
Sunley on that last one, shaking his head in disbelief.
Is that a hat trick of chances, Sunley? Oh, great work to play your way through and put that ball into the channel. 2 players arriving in the box, and Santana holds it up. Went for the cross, Santana. Now has to fight to win it back. And perhaps he should have just turned and gone to the corner flag, but he will win the free kick, and more time will bleed off this clock for the Orange County Blues.
I know you want to kill time, but I think Santana should have hit that first-time cross as he had Ramirez and Slogger streaking in the box. When he holds it up, it allows the defense to get behind. That second goal would be some nice insurance here in the 89th minute. But nonetheless, he earns that free kick, like you said, burning more time off this clock.
And now Santana will leave this one off. And Santana will be called over by the referee. Or just told to hurry it up. And this ball just played over everyone and out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick as we've entered the final minute of regulation. Not sure why the Blues didn't look to keep possession there. High pressure, though, not inviting the Monarchs to just play out of the back. As Copeland skips it across to the far side. The Monarchs looking to build. Be interesting to see how much stoppage time is given by the referee. As the cross repelled once again by the Blues. And Santana with a smart header down. Barone. Santana. He's looking back to Barone. And Milton Blanco will be whistled for the foul in midfield. Has to be careful. He's on a yellow card, Blanco.
And there is going to be another substitution. But first, 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. As Tyler Feely is on the bench, ready to come in.
Gentlemen, your attention, please. Substitution for the Blues entering the game. Number 27, Tyler Feely.
And it will be
for
for Denzel Slager. Slager, as it sits, the game winner.
So Feely, the 18-year-old out of the Real Salt Lake, Arizona Academy, coming in to try and kill off this game at 5'11". He can win a few headers as well as hold up the ball up top. This is Velasco getting ready to serve this one in. And the first header is won by the Monarchs. Oriana on the far side, working his way into the box. Unable to get his cross off. Tremendous one-on-one defending by Jack McCracken. And he pushes it forward to Feely. Feely picks his head up, spots the run of Santana. On a breakaway, Santana. Motoring in, Santana one-on-one, trying to chip Oswald. And it's actually Popara. Now Popara plays it right into the hands of the keeper.
Wow. Popara had Ramirez look to play him, but Oswald coming up big as we go right back the other way.
And the offside flag is up. As Welshman left just a second too soon. It was a lovely ball threaded through by Oriana.
How about that defense, though, by McCracken, winning that ball over Oriana and sending Feely on the counterattack. McCracken, that second half substitute, almost the game-winning assist, if you count it in hockey terms.
We'll give it to him. And playing that one on the ground is Milton Blanco. So another chance to put the ball into the mix for the Real Monarchs. Made it almost over 90 minutes without saying that.
I told you, not Real Madrid, Real Salt Lake. I knew it.
That's a good ball in. And it falls down. But a loose touch in the box allows Suggs to fly out with it. However, another throw in. Another chance to tease the ball into the melting pot. Miranda coming out and punching decisively. And now there's freedom on this right side. And it's Barone. Barone flying in, has his head picked up, looks to cross it. And Popara will be whistled for a handball.
Wow. Opportunity gone away for the Blues, but they have to get back on defense as Real's put it right back into play.
Can the Monarchs find a late equalizer? Not if McCracken has anything to say about it. Clears it right to the feet of Oriana. However, Aaron pass and Blanco overtakes. Santana able to spin his way out of trouble. Suggs. Oh, and this one putting Miranda in an awkward situation, and he does just enough. And it's going to be a goal kick. And Rawhofer can't believe it.
Felix, he is thankful for Miranda right there, sacrificing his body, doing everything he could. As we see Miranda's last touch, kicks it off Rohofer. Good call by Radford. But a hospital ball almost ending it right there.
Miranda with the last action of the game, and it's priceless as it gives the Blues all 3 points, 1-0 over Real Monarchs SLC. And the 43rd minute goal from Denzel Slogger holding up as the man from Utrecht smashed home his 4th goal of the season, and the Blues improved to 8-3 and could very well be back in the playoff spots in the Western Conference, where Real Monarchs SLC fall to 2-10-6 on the season. So Denzel Slogger is your man of the match. Final thoughts, Brad Paul.
The way this one ended tonight, you're going to want to watch next week up at Rio Tinto Stadium in Utah. You know Real Monarchs felt like they had many opportunities in this one. Sunley called his name a trio of times, just could not get past Miranda, who Slogger man of the match, but also Miranda coming up with 2 quick saves in succession on the corner kick to keep this one all squared away for the OC Blues to earn that 3 points.
And Wies with some excellent substitutions to close out the match at the end.
Well, we almost had 2 counterattacking goals from the Blues. Oswald did everything he could to prevent that, and unfortunately a handball by Santana at the top of the box. He'll wish he had that opportunity again. Whether it's 2-0, 3-0, all they needed was one more than the opposing team, which was Real Monarchs here, and it got them all 3 points.
5th shutout of the season for the Orange County Blues. But Brad, at the end there, did you like that the Blues kept attacking in stoppage time, or would you like to have seen them take the ball to the corner and make it not as aesthetically pleasing, but try and kill the clock that way?
There was one opportunity where I feel Slogger could have taken a one-time crack, and maybe Ramirez could have gone a little bit faster on that possession. So I actually think they played it just okay. They could have maybe peppered it up a little bit more, but they were very weary of that counterattack. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. We knew Real Monarchs would be their strength in numbers on the counter. So it was a good job for the Blues to quell that counterattack. But now that you've seen these two teams, it'll be interesting to see if it's the same starting 11 next week. They matched up very well.
What did you like from this Real Monarchs SLC side?
For as young as they are, they really grasp the attacking formation when they get possession. They really switch that ball well, keeping their defense at bay. So they see that vision, and they don't always execute on the pass, but they look for it, and they had that switch all night long. For them, it was just that final third not being able to finish.
And of course, Felix usually plays as that destroyer, the shield in front of the back four. How did he do at center back tonight in place of Brenton Griffiths, who I'm sure will return to his normal place in the starting 11 now that he will be back from suspension when Orange County goes back up to Utah next week?
Well, Felix, he kept Welshman at bay. He kept Rohofer at bay. He did exactly what Coach Wies needed, and that's the mark of a team. Sacrificing yourself for the better of the team wasn't the position he loves to play, but he's in the starting 11. He has to do his duty, and that's what helped propel Pepe Miranda in getting the 5th shutout for the OC Blues this season.
And we're just waiting for Justin Maestas to round up some players, as we're going to have some interviews for you here on Orange County Blues FC TV. They win 1-0 over Real Monarchs SLC, and the goal came in the 43rd minute from Denzel Slogger. Brad, take us through that goal.
Well, it was a beautiful ball played across as Cortez had it in the middle. Looked like he was going to get a birthday goal. Papara came out of nowhere, shoots on Oswald. Oswald makes a great diving save to his left. But this was the second time that Papara shot it and Oswald saved it to his left. Slogger remembered the first one, was waiting on the back post, drilled it first time, an unbelievable angle, and an incredible shot by Slogger, giving OC Blues all 3 points. Definitely deserves man of the match. But my hat's off to that OC Blues defense and Pepe Miranda for keeping that shutout.
Yeah, both goalkeepers really had a prominent role in this game. Miranda for the Blues, especially with that save right at the end when Felix put him in a little bit of trouble. And Oswald had 3 or 4 saves for the highlight reel.
Well, you had Crittenden, who was walking in on goal, and Oswald jumped out to save that one. And the diving saves on Papara, Oswald definitely kept the Monarchs in this game. It could have been a different storyline here.
And of course, Papara joining this team just a few games ago. What do you see that he's brought to this Orange County Blues squad?
Well, first 2 games, 2 assists, 1 in each. Almost had a third here tonight, but then he tried to get on the scoreboard, taking his shots when he saw the opportunity, and that's what you want from somebody that's going to play make. He's going to get his, but he's also going to set up his teammates. Papara is fitting in very nicely into that midfield diamond formation that Coach Weiss likes to play.
For Real Monarchs SLC, they'll head home to face off against the Orange County Blues. Then they'll be home against Tulsa on the 8th. Then they travel to Tulsa for the start of a 3-game road trip, which also includes the Oklahoma City Energy and the Sacramento Republic. For the Blues, of course, they travel up to Utah, and then they take on the Austin Aztecs and the Portland Timbers 2. Then the LA Galaxy 2 and Seattle Sounders 2, as both of those matches, all of those matches, will be at home. So Brad, Paul, and I will have the call, and we're going to send it downstairs to Justin Maestas. Well, Brad, how are you at reading lips?
Well, through those technical difficulties, I'm pretty sure Felix said where defense worked hard, and we're going to go out there and try to get it again next week.
So the Blues improving to 6-3-1 on the season at home, 8-8-3 overall, back to 500 are the Blues, back in those playoff spots. And the Blues down the stretch, they're going to have to get some points on the road. They've done very well this season to take their points here, have already surpassed their win total from last season here at Anteater Stadium, but they're going to need more points on the road.
Well, they came home, took care of business, did what they needed to do. Now they got to do the same exact thing here tonight on the road, playing the same opponent. It's going to come down to the last 3 weeks of the season. They could hold here at home. They go home away. They just got to keep that mind and that set focus in training. Pretend like it's a home match. Your record's better here at home. Can't let that get into your heads. Got to go out and take care of business.
Do you think stealing a point on the road in those road matches will be enough combined with 3 points here at home in order to get them into the playoffs? Or are they going to need to steal all 3 points in a few games on the road as we hit this home stretch?
They're going to need to steal all 3 points. Ties down the stretch, you can't put that pressure on you because it's just going to result in you needing to get a victory at home. You have to go on the road and win one. This last road stand didn't come out with the results that they would have liked. They did get 2 points out of those games, but a win would have been very nice.
I think it's great improvement as well because in 2 of those games that the Blues tied, they had the lead, Brad, but they dropped them. Here tonight, they were able to hold on to that lead, and that's a big step for this Blues side. We're going to try it again. Justin Maestas, take 2.
Okay. So we're here with two special guests. We got head coach Weiss, and we have Gavin right here, our Blues player of the game. So how'd you enjoy your game here today?
It was good, hanging out with my friends, Max and Josh. We were all having fun.
Yeah, and I bet it was a lot of fun to see the Blues win here tonight. 3 crucial points. I mean, it's exciting to see that team go out and win tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you enjoy how we played?
Yep.
Could have been a little bit better, but at the end, it's just a win, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're also very, very proud from the Blues that you came out, and we know you're fighting right now, and you're our role model and our hero. So thank you for coming today, Gavin, okay?
You're welcome.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Gavin. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Right, there we go.
Huge praise for Gavin from Oliver Weiss, one of the most resilient people we know, someone who knows something about fighting, and very proud of both Gavin and Oliver Weiss. Gavin, of course, our fan of the game, and so great to see him out here, so great to see the Blues do that for Gavin, and we're just so happy that he could be here for us.
Regardless of the result, he had fun, and that's what it's really about out here for the fans, having fun, having a good time. We have all the fans still here getting player autographs, and that's what it's about for the Orange County Blues and the community.
And that's one of the things that you see from Oliver Weiss is that off the field he does so much in the community, so much for so many people, and just such a touching moment there with Gavin and Oliver Weiss. And we're so thankful for everything that Weiss does, not only on the field but off the field for the Blues as well. As Justin Maestas, one more interview, we'll send it back downstairs.
So we're here with center back Ryan Felix. So Ryan, you're usually a midfielder, but you went back to your normal position of center back. How did it feel to get back in there?
It was definitely really nice to be back at center back. I played center back the last 2 years in college, so I feel a bit more comfortable, but it was good getting minutes in the midfield for the first about 5 games that I played in there, just to get used to the level, the speed of play, I get comfortable on the ball, and get comfortable with pressure. So sliding back into the back, I felt confident that I could play with the ball at my feet, and confident that I could make good decisions with pressure.
Next 2 games you place off against Austin Aztecs and this Real Monarchs team again. Now that the season's starting to progress and getting towards the end of the season, that fight for the last playoff position is intact. What's the pressure of trying to battle for that when so many teams are looking for that final playoff spot?
We just take a game at a time. Our next game is against Monarchs in Salt Lake City. So just take it one game at a time, just focus on the next opponent and just getting the next result, and we think that if we do that, then it'll take care of itself.
All right, good luck in Salt Lake.
Thanks, take care.
Back to you guys.
Well, Brad, it finishes 1-0 Orange County on a goal from Denzel Slaughter in the 43rd minute, taking a nice rebound off the shot from Popara and smashing it home at the near post. And the Blues with all 3 points, but it's going to be take 2 between these two sides in just a few days' time up in Utah. But for now, that will do it for Brad Paul and Justin Maestas and everyone at AIM Sports. I'm Mark Serber saying goodnight from Anteater Stadium, where it finishes the Orange County Blues 1, Real Monarchs SLC 0.